all over the map. Well, hello. How are you? Is everybody good? There we go. Wrong one. Good evening. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I am your host, the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are doing well. As always, doing better than ever. That's the plan, right? Oh, it changed up. No. I wanted this vibe. This is the vibe I was trying to cultivate. Please. So I better get through my thing before this ends again. Tonight we're talking about mothers. As Mother's Day is approaching quickly, it's on Sunday. Do not forget. I am sure most of you have a mom. And if you don't, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. I didn't kill your mom. Let's not make it awkward, I'm just trying to do a show here, okay? Oh, this is not going the direction I wanted it to go. Anyway, we're talking about mothers, but very specific types of mothers. Mothers who regret having children. So it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those. Of course, it's the Sulk stream, you idiots. You don't think I'm going to do? You think I'm going to have, like, oh, get out there and love your moms? Don't get me wrong, you absolutely should. But that's not the show. That's not the show you came here for. Or the one I'm interested in doing. So, I just assume none of you are surprised by this. Anyway. Mothers who regret having their children. I'm sure a lot of you fit into that category, and so you're really gonna empathize with her. So get comfy, get cozy, grab a box of Kleenex, because I'm sure it's gonna be sad for you. If you're working, keep working. And if you are driving, please continue to drive safely. Get home safely. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ko-fi.com/SulkStream. I would appreciate it. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called Moms Are Regretting Their Children, and it's getting dark. Fun. Enjoy.
Gotta feed him, clothe him, bathe him.
You got 3 kids at 24 years old. You're getting ready to struggle. You're getting ready to cry.
Hey, it's me. This is not
I'm already noticing a pattern here.
peaches and rainbows. This is hard. I would not wish this life on my worst enemy.
Listen
A very specific pattern.
to me when I say this. Do not have kids. I be wanting to give up everything.
Are these single moms?
There was a point in time where every girl knew what came after school, after the wedding.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to point it out.
And after everyone decided she was woman enough, well, of course, it was a baby.
Women were marrying extremely young.
Is it storming where you are, Just Wag? Because they said the weather report said it wasn't going to rain, and now it is raining. It was raining. I don't know if it's still raining.
The marriage age range for women was from around age 21 to age 24. And if you weren't married or
Dang. Remember? Now, what is the average age of marriage? 28? Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can't. Things kind of suck now.
engaged or even had an eligible suitor by age
And remember, this is Friday. I am coasting into the weekend. I'm already done.
25, some would even consider you an old man.
And that starts on Monday. Monday night, I'm done. And then I'm coasting through the weekend.
The goal for
But this is a holiday weekend, and I like to be festive. You know me. You know old Sulky. He's just so festive.
a lot of these women were to meet a well-to-do man, have children, and have a beautiful home.
When it came to a woman, it was normal for her to only be seen as a woman by her male attracting and childbearing abilities.
So I have no idea what she means by that. What? What does that mean? Seen as a woman only because she's a woman? Because she can... I don't know what she means by that.
So in the earlier colonial period, Anglo-Americans tended to think about women as being primarily defined by their relationships with their husbands. Obviously, childbearing was one of these marital relationships, but parental authority was generally understood to be in the hands of the fathers.
Yeah, and that's what built society. I'm not gonna, we were doing fine. Society made it a long way. All right. And then feminism and like single moms started popping up. And shit wasn't fine. That's not fine. That's not good. But at least the father doesn't run the family like a tyrant anymore, right? I'm sorry. If your husband or the father of your children runs your family like a tyrant, why did you pick that person? Why did you let that person bust a nut inside of you? That seems like it's your fault. Oh, how could I have known? Well, it's still, even if you, like, what do you want? What do you want no responsibility whatsoever? What? It's up to you. It is, there has to be something up to you, right? And, like, choosing who gets to come inside you, who do you want that decision to have? Who do you want that? Who do you want to make that? How do I say that? Who do you want to make that decision for you? Thank you. God, that was really difficult. Who do you want to make that decision for you? If you want to make that decision, you're going to have to do it better.
So mothers were seen as important predominantly because of their ability to reproduce.
The goal was to settle down and prioritize every...
Is it my shades, or are you going to wear shades? I'll try to talk quietly, Jess. If you're having like a migraine, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. You know, turn the sound down, right? Dark room, lay in bed. I'll whisper into your ear.
Everything in life that wasn't you.
Experts like noted pediatrician and author Dr. Benjamin Spock and popular advice columnist Ann Landers encourage this homemaker image, advising women to put their children and husbands first, even at the expense of their own needs.
And while the...
How is that? I'm sorry, is that weird? You should put your children and husband before your own needs? Is that weird? Why is that weird? I put the needs of my wife and kids before my own needs. Why is that weird? Why does that sound like, oh, she would be rather at der club getting hammered on Jell-O shots than raising these little bastards over here baking pies? Look at how oppressed this bitch is.
This ideology may sound...
Sucks. That sucks, dude. She's not even twerking right now. That's not happiness. That's not happiness. She's only happy when she's waxing the floor to burp, 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 burp.
Intense and
I
borderline
know, it's Usher, right?
controlling. Back in those days, having a child was the one step in life everyone was supposed to take.
In the creation of the family, man and woman fulfill those laws of nature whereby the human race ensures its continuity.
But today,
Based. Holy shit, based.
we're uncovering
That's some base shit right there.
how that one step, the step that pretty much defined womanhood, is now the very thing women are running away from.
Your only job, your only real, let's be super honest, the only real purpose you have here. The only real purpose, like, look, if you want to be a writer or like get really into like music or something like that, or painting, or photography, or ballet, or quantum computing, it really doesn't matter. Fantastic. Go ahead and do that. But you're here to be a mom. That's your job. And look, I'm here to be a dad. The same thing, right? That's why we're here. We are here to propagate the human species. That is the only real reason we are here. The rest of it is just fluff, right? Society, art, culture, all that shit is cool and stuff, but it's really just the icing on the cake to existence. We're here, so we stay here. That's it, right? You have a responsibility to thousands of generations. I don't even know how many. Count them if you want. Before us, that went through wars and famines and poverty and shit like that. Just for you to be like, no, I would rather pop my pussy at der club than raise these little crotch goblins. I don't know how this isn't seen as selfish. I've heard the argument that having kids is selfish, and that's nonsense. That's absolute. That's fucking retarded. That's retarded. You think it's selfish of me fucking carrying around these two little bastards? Well, they're not bastards. I am their father. So like these two children constantly kicking me in the nuts and shit. They're a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't that easy, you know? You don't think I would prefer doing bong rips and fucking going surfing, getting hammered every night? I mean, that would be cool.
Latest data from the CDC reveals the number of births last year.
What? I'm trying to make a point.
Dropped by 2%, with the general fertility rate also down 3%, a historic low.
Now, this video isn't
How many kids do you have, Jess?
going to be made up of me bashing women who prefer to be child-free. I'm also not encouraging y'all to go lay down and have some kids. You'll see why I'm so passionate about that later on. We're going to uncover this huge
The literal greatest thing a woman can achieve. Exactly. Free said. Exactly. And like women, look, a bunch of nonsense has been hammered into their heads, because women, by things like Variety or the internet, or I don't know what the kids use these days. I don't know. Soaking. But like, you don't need to go Sex in the City and like drink champagne on some New York City skyscraper rooftop and like use dildos well into your 40s because you think it's classy. That is an empty existence. Empty existence. You can achieve shit, but like, let's be real. You need to, I mean, you would be happier as a mom. You'd be happier as a mom. Fucking sitting there barefoot in the kitchen baking. And I'm not talking for every woman, right? Of course, I talk in generalities here. Because there are exceptions. There are the exceptionally ugly women who are just not going to be happy. That's the roll of the dice.
shift in motherhood that,
There's nothing that can be done about that.
trust me, gets a lot darker the deeper we go.
God has cursed you twice. First being a woman.
Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe, okay? You're classy.
Hello,
I know you
Rhea.
don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. I also want to take a quick moment to appreciate my supporters and my viewers who come back and watch me.
Just like says that will not make you happy at all. That is a carcass of a lifestyle. Exactly. Right? And like, you can have a kid who becomes like a brain surgeon astronaut and some shit like that. Right? Can't you be proud of that? Instead of working your entire life in some dumb astronomy lab looking at the fucking stars. Science is boring. If you want to be a scientist, well, being a scientist is a waste of your life. I get if you're like interested in it and that's like what you want to do. You want to do nerd shit. And like, hey, man, you do you. It seems boring. It seems like a boring job, a boring career.
Regularly, y'all don't
But don't get me wrong. If that's what gets you off, by all means, do that.
Understand how much that means to me, and I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate you. If this is your first time watching me, thank you so much. Like I said, you're classy.
Rhea says, I'm happy as a mother, but my kid is also a terrorist. Do you only have one? Do you only have one daughter? Because I got two fucking boys. And you're telling me, like, okay, you want terrorist? Like, do you have nice things in your house? Because I don't. I did. But they're all broken. There was a stage when my son would throw away the remotes. And to this day, 4 years later, I have to get up and walk to the TV to change the channel.
You don't have to subscribe, okay? No pressure, but thank
We'll
you
change the input. It's on the Xbox and stuff.
for being here. Now, to further prove just how important being a parent was, I'm pretty sure a lot of my older audience is going to remember, but schools...
The youngest one is going through a thing right now where he puts things in the toilet. So that's interesting.
Would teach home economic classes that would teach you about
Found a sponge in the toilet the other day.
adulthood, but most importantly, motherhood.
Well, since you teach home ec, Miss Jenkins.
Swamp Ninja says, John, shut the fuck up. A black Roman is speaking. I know that's a typo.
Could you tell me what I could learn?
Listen and learn. A black woman is shrieking violently in the streets again.
In home ec that I can't learn at home? Now, let's
throwing leaves up in the air in an act of aggression, I suppose.
take a look at some of the courses you could take and see what might help you.
She's got a life hack, right? And she's just stuffing hams down her fucking... What are they? Pants? Leggings? Whatever that is.
Courses in child development help to prepare you for the task of guiding the child's physical, mental, and emotional development. Does that help answer your question?
My girl put fiberglass insulation in the toilet. Adorbs. Adorable. She shouldn't be playing with that, but that is cute.
Question, Janice. Oh, I should say it.
Yeah, you see, it gets a little cold on the toilet. Mommy complains that it gets cold on the toilet in the morning, so I put some fiberglass in there. It's a little insulation.
Right. Well, if anyone is going to be married and be
working it out, we're doing a pretty good job around here. You have to explain to her that, when she gets older, she'll understand this. But women are going to complain regardless.
Be a homemaker.
Doesn't matter what you fix.
It'd be foolish not to take home ec.
I may be the last generation that has experienced a home ec class. I vividly remember bringing those toys.
My kids used to put coins inside the CD player in my car. Those little bastards. Those little fucking bastards. And there's another thing, why is there chocolate everywhere? My youngest took a marker to my flat screen TV. Yesterday. Was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. Bro.
A baby doll's home that would wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta do me like that? I love you and I carry you places and I buy you so many toys. Every time we go out, I buy you something. You do me like this. You do me like this. Every time I get up and walk to the fridge, I bring you chocolate.
I also learned how to cook an egg in a plastic bag, but that's beyond the point. Even schools implanted the idea that young women, even before they graduate, should learn how to be a mother.
But, you know, the opposite happens. When I was in school, the worst thing you could possibly be was a mother, right? And it just encouraged a bunch of bitches to get abortions and stuff like that. And now a lot of those chicks are in their, like, 30s, pushing 40 and something like that, and are just craving babies. Guess what? It's too late. It's too late. It is way too late. And don't act like this wasn't some sort of depopulation agenda. Of course it was, right? They wanted to get rid of us. And they've been doing a pretty good job. What is it? 2 billion people got aborted? 2 billion. B.
So I just scanned the bracelet and she wanted a bottle, so I'm feeding her. Feedings can take 25 minutes.
And then you have the psychopaths, right? Where you get these like real dolls. Is real dolls babies, or is that like the sex dolls? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They both have the same kind of like, they have the same broken ass brain, don't they? Right? Like I can't have a baby, so I have this baby doll that looks really the same. And then the creepy guy with the fucking greasy comb over, he's like, yeah, I can't get laid, so I ordered some fuck dolls. Yeah, I collect them. There's a bunch of them. No, I don't clean them.
Unfortunately.
Well, I feel that the Real Care Baby system is good because it prepares you for the experience as a parent. It lets
I'm surprised you're not a parent already.
you know that you're not ready.
And we could look at it too.
You kind of, I mean, like, you are, though.
Ways. You could either see it as a smart, beneficial way to teach not only girls, but boys how to raise children. Teen pregnancy was peak around this time, so if they were creating the babies, might as well teach them how to raise them too.
Now to a disturbing story out of Gloucester, Massachusetts. There's been a dramatic increase in teenage pregnancies there, and authorities think they know why. Some say the high school
I could guess.
Girls planned it as part of a secret pact.
Or
you knocked up. What?
Could see it as a toxic societal way to push motherhood on young girls.
What's wrong with being a mom? What the fuck is wrong with being a mom? Honey! I'm gonna ask her if she can, like, honey, babe. She's probably over there being a mom.
When they probably shouldn't have even been thinking about it, but maybe that's a bit too deep. I don't know.
What do you think of when you hear the words home economics? Do you imagine a high school class contributing to the continued oppression and...
Here, I'll call her. Because I want her 2 cents on this. Let's see what she says. It's ringing. Still ringing.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
I know she looked at her phone and she's like,
subjugation of women? Or do you think of an innovative concept designed to help free
she's probably breastfeeding or like trying to put the baby down. I'm just blowing up her phone.
women and allow for more equitable time?
She's hop in the chat and be like, what?
And opportunities.
Moral of the story, home ec.
Jess, if you're watching, I want to hear your 2 cents on why it's so terrible being a mom. Why it's so terrible being a mother.
Taught many people skills that you had no choice but to learn.
It's so terrible hanging out with your kids all day and like having fun.
Including money management. And with home ec not even being taught in schools anymore, I depend on Rocket Money, the sponsor of today's video.
Jess says LMFAO. Okay, the movie Mean Girls. I can tell it's raining because I felt it on my left boobie. What? They're like, your boobs tell the weather? Like, Miracles of nature.
Since I've moved into a new
Miracles
space,
of
I've been trying to be
nature.
very intentional about where my money is going and my budget. And
That was all exciting too. But once we got into a routine looking after baby and everything, life became very lonely. And all I was doing was looking after the baby all day and
That is a fat one. Oh my goodness.
talking to a soul until my husband came home in the evening. And I felt very isolated.
Oh no. Go make friends. Don't women do that? Don't women like get together and like play with their kids? They'll go to like the public library and they'll do story time. They'll sit in a circle and they'll fucking clap. They'll do that. And then like, oh, we'll have play dates. I'm like, the kids are both 6 months old. They're not going to play. They're just going to lay there, right? But they're going to do it anyway because the women needs to talk, right? If you're isolated, that's your fault. It's your job as a woman to establish community, right? That is your job as a woman. You're supposed to like smooth over social cohesion. If you can't make friends, it means you suck as a person. Am I going way too far out there? Am I going way too far out there? Because Jess doesn't really have a problem making friends. She'll meet somebody at the beach, and like 5 minutes later, they're like exchanging phone numbers, and they're like, let's get the kids together. We're going to have a play date. Oh, my new friend, let's go just call her Jess as well, because it's a pretty common name. And there's like a 40% chance I'm right. Yeah, she's gonna come over and then we're gonna, play and stuff like that. And oh, she's got 2 little ones herself, and this one, blah blah blah. And he was sick last week and stuff like that. And she's also experiencing some sort of discharge in her nether region. And I told her that she should use an Epsom salt bath because that would really help her. And I'm like, hold on. You've known this bitch for 15 minutes. And you know about her discharge? Fuck it. Christian, are you here? I play video games with Christian almost every day. When he is out sick, like he's like, I'm dying sick. You know what I text him? Okay. And then I tell Jess, I'm like, Christian's sick. And then she's all like, oh, well, what's he have? I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you don't know? You didn't ask him all his symptoms and like what he's done and how, when he started feeling sick? And I'm like, no, I didn't ask him anything like that. And she's all like, oh, well, what does he do for work? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, what does his wife do? I don't know. Well, what's her name? Leslie, I think. I'm not sure. Why? She was like, well, you talk to him every single day. I thought you would know a little bit. No. I know he fucking sucks at PvP, but that's about all I need to know about him. That's what we're doing, right? This is what I need from you. I need you to go cover that exit, and I'm going to flush out the building, okay? That's what I need to know. I don't need to know anything else about your personal relationships. How many times did your mom hug you or anything like that? No, we are here to do a job, okay? And if you fail that job, I'm going to kill you myself. So what's his mom like? I don't fucking know.
Now, around this time, women weren't just openly regretting their children, okay? We'll get to that later. But a lot of...
She thinks I'm asking all of these questions that I just am not, dude. Like, she'll get full medical records from the girls that she just met on the beach. And I'm like, that is... I'll meet somebody, right? And I'll be like, yo, and we'll have a conversation for like 10, 15, 20 minutes and stuff like that. And then she'll be like, so did you get his number? I'm like, what? What the fuck did you just say to me? I ain't gay. She's like, well, what was his name? No, dude. We were just talking about like fishing. It's not. I will never see that person again. That's not the plan. That was a friendly conversation. Women and men are different. It's different.
Mothers started feeling feelings that a lot of other mothers.
Why don't I? Why don't I get some weirdo fucking... Because I'm never going to hang out with that person. Never in my life. I will never initiate. He'll never initiate. And that's how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be. If we did exchange numbers and he's like, yo, you want to go get a beer sometime? I'll be like, no. And not that I dislike you or anything like that. You seem like a perfectly reasonable guy. It's just that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do exactly what I've been doing. And I'm going to continue to be doing that. I'm not going out there doing that. All right? I don't need any of that.
We're too scared to say out loud.
I've been wanting to get sterilized.
I got friends. And Royce tells me this, I don't know, at least once a month, that I am a bad friend. And I agree with him. Because I won't text people back. I won't tell people what happened to me. I'll disappear. And then I'll show back up. I'll be like, what's up? And I just assume that Jess did a lot of the communicating for me. Because that's what she does. That's what she does. And yes, I was quite isolated for a long period in my life. And it was marvelous.
For a while now. I've been asking since I was 19.
It was quiet and it was peaceful.
And she said to me, oh, so why is it that you don't want to have them? And I said, oh, I feel like I've always known. I've never wanted to be a mother. She said, oh, well, that's not a good reason.
Then, to top it off, let's be...
First World says it's that old adage, dudes can get along and not know anything about each other. Yeah, sure. Jess will drag me to some sort of party or something like that, which happens, I don't know, twice a month. Some birthday party, some sort of baby shower, some event, right? And I'll be there and I'll go to the circle group of guys, right? And we will talk about whatever have you. It really doesn't matter the subject, because whatever subject it is, I'll either sit there quietly and listen, or I will add a certain amount of whatever knowledge I happen to have to, help the discourse. And then I'll get in the car and I'll leave and never speak to any of those people again. Not because they were bad. Some of them I liked. Some of them I'd be like, that one guy, with the shirt and stuff like that. I liked him. He seemed like a really cool guy. And then it's out of my mind forever. Because I have a family. I don't need a social life.
Be real, the world...
No, sir. I have a family and a career, as much as you guys make fun of it. That's really all I need.
The world got expensive.
Unfortunately, it's not getting any better. Prices keep rising. The last time inflation was this high was 1981.
Housing prices climb.
1981? You mean when things went from $1 to $1.02? $1.02. Is that the inflation? And then everyone was shocked because a week's worth of groceries was now $21. Oh my God.
Buying groceries.
Holy shit. How are we gonna make it?
Groceries doubled and bills were stacking up.
Oh, right. We can collect cans, and if you get like 20 of them, that's $1. Which is you can take the entire family out for dinner.
And instead of staying home with the babies, a lot of women would rather stay late at the office. Having a baby couldn't just be an emotional decision for some families anymore. With the way the economy was looking, it became a financial one.
A new report from the Brookings Institution, it finds the cost to raise a child from birth to high school is now $300,000.
That's bullshit. $300,000. I know you're doing this to keep people from having kids, but like $300,000, let's be fucking real. I'm not buying a house for each one of my kids. All right? I have a house. I put the first one there. Another one comes along. Guess where you're living? The same fucking house. You're going to live in the same house. Yeah, you're going to wear a lot of the same clothes too. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to play with a lot of the same toys. It's not that bad. Like, it's really not that much of an issue.
In dollars.
And much like inflation itself, that cost is at a 4-decade high. It's only expected to increase over the next 10 years, too.
What are they doing to put the, like, $300,000? I mean, first of all, don't my property taxes already go to education? Obviously, I'm not going to put my kids in public education because I love them. And I don't want them to be raped by teachers. Or the rest of the fucking nonsense propaganda that they teach. Or they're just fucking idiots. I have a lot of issues with the public education system. Oh my God. I'm sure you guys have heard about it.
And if that wasn't enough, social media stepped in and
300 grand over time. I understand. Yes, Stan's not. Shut the. Yes. I don't think it's like you have a kid and you write a fucking check, dude. This hurts. Thank God that's a one-time thing. Bro.
ripped apart whatever fantasy was left for the first time, okay? Stepping away from the 50s and the 70s. In the 21st century, we weren't just seeing cute baby pictures and getting baby fever. A lot of sleepless nights and temper tantrums were getting recorded in 4K. And
I'm saying it's not that much. So I don't even think it's $300,000 over time. I don't think it's $300,000 over 18 years. Maybe the first one, but like I guarantee you they're fudging the numbers because they don't want people to have kids. You think these Section 8 ladies with like 8, 9, 10 fucking kids all screaming, running down the aisle, stealing food from the fucking Publix, do you think they're spending that kind of cash? No, obviously not. It's all subsidized by us, by me. I have to pay that. I have to pay that in taxes. So she can get a fucking bag of Gushers, pour it down little Jamal's fucking throat, and he can go do crimes. That's crime fuel.
Posted online.
That's crime fuel.
Somebody help me.
I gotta pay for that and my own kid. I don't get Section 8. I don't get WIC. I don't get none of that shit. I get a bill for Jamal. I didn't fuck his gross mom. Oh my God. Why do
Everything has gone so wrong these past couple days. I am really trying to prevent a crash out.
Women were giving their brutal, honest reviews of pregnancy.
This is the worst.
Okay, here's the thing about pregnancy, or so I've heard. Some women don't like being pregnant. Some people do. Women do. Not people, women. See, women are not people. Some women don't enjoy pregnancy and others do. Jess had fine pregnancies. She enjoyed them quite a bit. Others just don't. I think it might have something to do with your build. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you why I understand women because that would mean I'm insane.
Life. I'm sore as hell all the time. I'm sad. I'm getting fat as my nose big as
crime fuel, yeah.
Still. I got hair growing in the middle of my titties. I never
That's a new one on me. Just didn't get fucking is there a name for the sternum? Just didn't get sternum hair or anything. She did get a linea negra, but I think all women get that.
See that hair right there?
Linea negra. It is a medical term.
Leaving a lot of other women terrified and sitting this one out. So the tone towards motherhood shifted, and the more women shared their burnout, the more...
First 3 months is hell, roller coaster. Oh, first trimester did suck. Yeah. Second wasn't that bad, and towards the end of the third, it started getting rough again. She was just going, she was huge, dude. She was enormous. Still looked great if she's watching.
Opting out seemed more reasonable.
I don't give a how cute a kid is.
Linea negra is not a person. She sounds like an R&B singer, though, doesn't she?
I don't want them. I gotta pay.
Right? Some old blues musician. Oh, you have to... You can't like rock and roll. You have to attribute it to linea negra. She's the founder, the godmother of rock and roll. Shut the fuck up.
Pills.
I hate that shit. I hate all the we was invented everything bullshit. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Cell phone, babe.
You know it's not true. I know. Well, you may not know it's not true. I know it's not true. Shut up.
Bills, credit card bills. I gotta pay for expenses. I gotta pay for my own clothes. I gotta.
Here, how about this? You should not be a single mom. Then you wouldn't have to pay for your own clothes and your own expenses or any of that shit. Nothing. You don't gotta pay for none of that. No, she doesn't. No, not a thing.
Fend for my own life. So you think I want to bring life?
No. You don't. You should just. You can get married. And look, I understand a lot of people have to have 2 jobs to support a house. I understand, but here's the thing. No, you don't. No, you don't. One of you could stay home. You could lower your standard of living. And yeah, you might have to live in a trailer. That's a real thing. You might have to live in a trailer. You don't have to have 2 jobs. If you want to live in a house, you might have to have 2 jobs. But you can live in a trailer. You don't need, you cannot, your husband can go to work, and if he doesn't go to work, don't let him nut in you. Don't let him come inside of you. If he's not able to bring home some sort of, at least somewhat substantial amount of money, then don't let him fuck you, stupid.
Into this world and fend for another life.
And if people are gonna opt out of not having a baby, they're gonna do it very loud and proud. Now we're at this.
Black people being loud? No. What? I've never. What? Is that why property values around a Red Lobster go down? No way.
Point of 2 extremes. The people who dream of having kids and the ones who treat them like the plague.
You cannot look at this and tell me that you don't have baby fever.
That is a cute one. That was a cute one, for sure. It was all fat. It wasn't crying right then. They cry a lot.
I absolutely can, so please get it away from me.
See, you haven't been picked by anybody. I could tell by the way you look.
Ew, do anybody else feel like this?
You haven't been picked by somebody who's suitable for you to have a baby. I guarantee you, Prince Charming rolls up in a Ferrari, walks out, and like dips you and says, I want to make a baby with you. Then all of a sudden, your mind is going to change real fast, isn't it? Right? You just have standards that people aren't meeting. And have your standards. Okay, fine. But at some point, you're going to have to be realistic. You can't go around telling people you hate children and then one day be like, oh, I changed my mind. If that does happen, which I know it won't. I know. She's lost all hope and stuff like that. That's why she's gaining weight so rapidly.
It's like, I'm a mom, but like, I fucking hate kids. Like, I
You're ugly too.
can deal with my baby, but like other people's kids, I can't stand them. Get that bastard away from me. I saw him walking.
Just says if you're happy, you're always in one room anyway. And if you're in a small fam, facts to all that he just said. Yeah, I do say facts. I do spit facts. This is true.
Talking right now, you gotta go to your daddy house, boo.
If I'm saying your kid's cute, like I'm lying to you. Sorry.
Shut up. Just shut up. So, okay, but to be real, some babies are cute. I have seen some babies that look like shit, that are just ugly. And, yeah, like, it's not always a race thing. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes you just have an ugly baby. And it's usually because the parents are ugly. That's just, you know. But that doesn't mean that all babies are, there's cute babies. There's absolutely cute babies. There's all kinds, they're everywhere. There's tons of cute babies.
I do not like children. I don't. To be fair, I don't have a child, but I imagine when I do have my own child.
You know what this is? This is bitterness. She bitter. Because what are you, 35? 35, something like that? And the window is closing on her. And then so she's like trying to rationalize. Oh, I just don't like kids. I don't like children. I never wanted to be a mom. right? That's when they start, because the window is closing on them. And then they're all like, well, I have to make sure that this was my decision. So I'm going to start saying all these nonsense bullshit things to make myself feel better. And you're hurting yourself. Yeah, I'm just saying you're hurting yourself. I don't want this for you. I really don't. I wish you had a happy family and you had a husband that would go out and fucking get a job as a welder or something like that. I don't know. And then, you come home and then kids would be happy and you'd be like, oh, great, you're home and stuff like that. And then you go back out and go bowling and get drunk and then come back late at night and fucking stinking of booze. And maybe not all that. But I'm just saying, I wish you had a family. It would have been better for you. You are in for a very dark life. A very dark, lonely lifetime. You still kind of have your looks, kind of. But that will fade quickly. And will you have a boyfriend? Yeah. But maybe. It's still just going to be really empty for you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm right. I'm 100% right. I am 100% right.
I will like the child, but I just don't like kids.
Now, in the midst of all these anti-children social media posts, it's creating this brewing war of women who love kids and the ones who hate them.
Snot says, I think I'm going to break into a sperm bank and replace all the sperm with my own. Are you going to do that on the spot? Because you're in for a long night. Or are you going to, store it up over the course of, I would assume, well, for you, maybe months. But, what's your plan there? Is it going to be like a heist? Are you going to take out all the other types of sperm? I would really have to see what your plan is here. And if it's a good one, I'm in.
I think you have kids.
I'm not having kids.
What you mean?
I'm not going to go through I'll just mail you my sperm in an envelope. It's not even contained. I just come into an envelope. Oh, God, how does she fucking do that? And toss it into a mailbox. It's all dripping. It looks like a fucking McDonald's bag. It's just greasy. See-through.
You're not having kids.
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
Well, I'm asking you.
I want to have.
He's asking you. Axing. Can they not pronounce it? Is it the shape of their mouth different?
Kids, I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
I don't see any benefit to myself.
Have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Selfish. You're a selfish little bitch. That's what you are. What about your mom? Huh? What about your mom? She could have been up in their club catching HIV and spreading it around like peanut butter on a fucking cracker. But she decided to raid your little ghetto ass. Do you want to off yourself? Is that what you want to do to help her out? You should have done it a long time ago. I'm just saying.
Selfish.
That's okay.
Why is it such a crime that I don't want children and I do not like children? Whenever I mention online anywhere that I don't like children, I don't want...
See, this chick is ugly to me. This chick seems ugly. She doesn't seem pretty to me. And she seems like a bitch. I wouldn't be sexually interested in her at all. She seems like somebody I would hate. She seems like somebody I would hate. A lot. And I would tell her that.
I want children. I want nothing to...
But only if I was forced to interact with her for some reason. Otherwise, she wouldn't see me ever.
do with them. I don't want to be in the same room as a child. People act like I am threatening the entire human race.
I don't be around women.
I mean, they're kind of right? One bitch that doesn't do it, sure, that's not really a problem. But you go on social media and try to normalize this antinatalism and spread it around so more women make the same mistake, and it is honestly a mistake, as you. That is a threat to the human race. What do you want? That is the case. Yeah. You should off yourself now. Right? Because if you're here, that means somebody else did that thing that brought you here. And so, I mean, you can be a dead end and go all the eat, pray, love bullshit and get rammed by, like, you know, Africans as much as you want and stuff. But it is a mistake. You're making a huge mistake with your life, and you're not going to realize until it's far too late. And you bought all the propaganda. You gobbled it up. Nom, 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 nom. You ate the slop, and now you're going to pay for it. It's no one else's fault but your own, but I'm sure you're going to rationalize it being somebody else's fault. That's because that's the problem with your gender. You've never accepted any responsibility, which is why you keep ending up in the same situation over and over and over again.
Men who make hating kids their personality. Like, you don't like kids? You don't like babies? That's odd to me. If a kid isn't safe around you, I'm not safe around you.
Y'all see why I say there's two extremes? It's almost like you can't be in between. You either have your kids and you love them to death, or you have no kids and don't even want to think of the thought of them. And then...
Big B, her mom did. Her 35-year-old grandma raised her. Well, that's actually a pretty good point. Right? Because her mom had her when she was like 12 or something like that. And then, you know... Yeah, 35-year-old grandma raises her. Yep. She probably got a great-great-grandmother out there, and she's like 70 years old. Twerking it up at the club. Burp, 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 burp.
Right in the middle of that, you have that one group of women who do have the kids, but they hate that they have to take care of them.
I only have one kid because I don't enjoy being a mother. Love my son to death. Absolutely hate the responsibility of being his mom. I take a shower, I gotta give him a shower. I buy me a shoe.
You hate the responsibility of being his mom. I hope he sees this. He will. He obviously will.
I gotta buy him a shoe. I get ready in the morning, gotta get him ready in the morning.
Yeah, but you still have time to do your nails. Get your nails did. Put on these devil's, what do you call it? Devil's bangs, these things right here. How do you blink? How do you blink with these things? It doesn't seem like that hard. It doesn't seem like that hard of a life. And why do you have kids and you're not married? You don't have like a husband or anything like that. Because you a slut? Are you a slut? Oh, it's his fault. Of course it is. But you let him come inside of you. Yeah, he's a loser. Of course he is. But you let him come inside of you. So you let losers come inside of you. What does that make you? What does that make you? I don't know. So, like, it's not good. Whatever that makes you, it is lesser than that.
I drop him off at school before I go to work. Gotta feed him, clothe him, bathe him.
I love my kids, but I absolutely do not enjoy motherhood. I am always responsible to do everything. The kids' fathers, they help when they want to help.
Fathers. Gross.
But if it's not convenient for them, then it's left on me.
Them. Gross.
Definitely does put
a
bad taste in my mouth. The huge amount of women that basically come online and complain, and I mean, they go in.
Quit being whores. Quit being whores. Stop it. Stop that. Stop being whores. If you hate being a mother so much, why do you let another dude knock you up? And of course, if he's of the same caliber too.
On the fact that they have a child, and on the fact that
yes, John, we can see that she's black, says Renee's. Stereotypes aren't for nothing. Stereotypes are not for nothing. Stereotypes exist for a reason, and they're usually pretty accurate. You know, I'm gonna start bringing stereotypes back real hard. I mean, they are coming back hard. It's not my doing, right? It's just, you know, it's the pendulum is swinging, right? It used to be like, oh, that's just a stereotype, and now it's like, yeah, that's a stereotype.
Child needs
You know?
them. I hate being a parent. It's actually disgusting. I don't mind people saying.
But letting that dude nut in you was what?
They get tired and they be needing a break and stuff like that. But saying that you hate being a parent is just weird. It's weird because you didn't have to have those kids. Like, I don't know. People like that, I kind of be feeling like would do something to their kids or would abandon or neglect their kids. Like,
spell it with me. K-E-E-E-D-Z. Kids.
That's so trifling to me. We need to stop normalizing stuff like that.
But we can't forget about the other group of mothers. I know, there's more. And this is an extreme that no one really talks about. And that's the women who don't just love and
After 6 pregnancies, are you going to have more? I mean, did they all land? I don't want to make that joke or anything like that. Good. Good. I'm glad you're having a lot of kids. Good. Excellent. If you can handle it, then you can handle it. Great. Good.
chase motherhood. They chase the high that comes before it.
You're looking great, too. 6 of those little bit. Wait, you didn't see it. 6 out of that? Not too bad. Good on you. Good on you, sis.
Reasons why I am obsessed with and want to be pregnant like 1,000 more times.
There are some women who are truly at their happiest when they are pregnant, and it's not necessarily just because, oh, I'm pregnant, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what my body is designed for. Like, there's reasons for this.
There are women who love being pregnant so much that they've been pregnant for years, like 8 years.
I have been pregnant for over 8 years. I have 11 kids.
Yeah!
Pregnant with number 12, but I'm telling you, I hate being pregnant. I hate being pregnant. And I know that sounds weird, but I do.
Now, I don't want to question this woman's lifestyle choices, but to say you hate being pregnant and then you're pregnant for almost a decade, I don't know, girl. I'm just connecting the dots as I see them. You're building the puzzle. I'm just putting the pieces together. Now, this is another situation.
My grandma had 6 kids, all about a year and a half apart. Irish twins. This is just well, Irish twins would be less that they would be born less than a year. So they might be born in the same year. The cat walking in here. The cat just opened the door.
We could look at 2 sides of. You could see
Can you close the door behind you at least?
it as, oh, these women love the nature of bringing a child into this world to love and raise. Or you could see it as, oh, these women love the nature of bringing a child into this world, even if it forces the other babies to have to grow up faster than they should.
Mommy is pregnant!
That's not even like that big, like, it's not really a thing. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Where you have to, like, grow up faster because you have more siblings? I don't see how that's a thing.
Because Mommy's pregnant!
I don't support this. I don't support that. I don't support that.
You hear me? I said 12 children. You said 12 children. You guys. Yeah, Mommy's pregnant. Mommy, you're pregnant. No, Mom, no, Mom, you're gonna have children. Wait, no.
You pregnant again? Why you gotta say again? Get your brother. I'm trying to get in kids. Why do you keep getting pregnant? It don't have nothing to do with your problem. You always asking me to hold a baby. I'm tired of holding babies. No.
Older siblings grow up faster? I'm an older sibling. That's not true.
Oh, no. That's accident. Stop getting pregnant. You always pregnant. You don't watch no kids. Why do you keep having kids?
A lot of older siblings sometimes have to take the role of the parent, even if they don't want to. And while the mom is
well, then you're a lazy mom. Then the mom is lazy. Then the mom's lazy.
Tending the newborns, the oldest is making lunch and
okay, you can't. I'm so sorry. You need to do basic human skills when you're a child? Really? That sucks, but it's also, you need to learn how to do basic human skills when you're a child. So good.
Attending temper tantrums all at the same time.
My little brother's trying to get me to carry him. I'm trying to
No,
make.
my parents are not divorced. And how much older? I don't know. 2 years?
Tortillas for lunch. Keep in mind, he's fed, his diaper's changed.
I really hate thinking how mean I was to my younger siblings when we were growing up. I was just so mad all the time. I had to become a third parent, right? Like many of us do. And I didn't know how to parent. Like, I didn't know. First of all, it wasn't my job, obviously. Like, I shouldn't have had to learn. I should have just been able to be a child as well.
Tweet says, yeah, give back something for free room and board, you lazy kids. I don't like that. I don't like that either. It's not, oh, I brought you here. Now you have to work for me because you get free room and board. That's fucking bullshit too. That's fucking stupid. No, it's not. This is my kid's house as well. This is their house. I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, I have to pay rent to my fucking dad. That's fucking lame. That's some boomer shit right there. All right? This is also their home. Okay? What comes into this house, we share communally. For the most part. Some things are mine. That Xbox is mine. I bought my son his Xbox. We get to use our own Xbox. Okay, you go use your Xbox. I have mine. This is mine. That one's over there is yours. The food, you can have all the food you want. You can stay here as long as you want. This is your home. I'm not going to be like, oh, what about all the free room and board? You got to do shit for me now. That is stupid. Sometimes I will ask for help. But I'm not going to lord over them and be like, I am the king of you. You are my slave peasant. That's fucking lame-ass boomer shit right there.
So while the mom keeps popping out those babies because she loves being pregnant so much, the oldest one is growing up and they're filling in those gaps that the mom doesn't have time for.
I think some moms end up with so many kids because they love the baby stage, but they don't like all the rest of it. And once that baby starts to get out of that baby stage, they start to feel unfulfilled again and they need to fill that void with another baby. It is a cycle and it's kind of sad.
I think we can be...
Lisa says, I'm going to make my kid work alongside of me because labor and work is spiritually beneficial. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a fair point. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like, he also has to see, like, the benefit of it, right? Like, a lot of people use their kids as, like, free labor. And this was a thing for a long time, right? In, like, agrarian societies, they would have kids and they would tend the fields, till the fields. But these kids understood. If they weren't out there working the fields, they would all die. Their parents would die. Their siblings would die. Everyone would starve to death, right? There was a direct connection to that. We don't really have that anymore. We have child labor laws, but there's no real connection to that anymore. I'm not saying there should be or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm not going to force my kid to do my bidding because he lives here. I wanted to have him. I made sure he got here. I paid the fucking bills and shit like that. I'm like, okay, you're going to be good for a while. All right? I'm never going to kick you out. You're fine here. They need to have some sort of stability. If you constantly prod them and be like, you need to get out of here, you need to get, then they're going to fucking hate you. Right? Won't they? Won't they?
Be pretty honest here. Can't y'all see why some women want to be quote unquote selfish? Bringing a child into this world, to me,
there's nothing wrong with doing chores. That's not what I'm saying. You should have basic life skills as a human being. You should be able to, first, you should be able to cook a fucking meal. All right? When I was a kid, I was cooking meals. That wasn't an issue. I never saw that as a chore per se. It was just something, I would have to do sometimes. I never really did my laundry. I still don't do my laundry. There was a time I did my laundry. It's really not that big of a deal. But now I don't do it at all.
isn't something that should be done willy-nilly or when you're not financially or mentally stable. It's a big deal. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also something that a lot of women want and enjoy. But there are a lot of people that can't fathom that.
Douchey says, happy birthday. It's not my birthday, but thank you for the $5.
Just because your parents didn't want you doesn't mean other people don't want theirs. Okay? I need y'all to accept.
Some people, yeah, that's the thing. Like, some people don't want their kids. Which sucks. That sucks.
That people want to.
Some people's parents hate them. This is a real thing. This is a thing. Some people's parents fucking hate them.
Parents, they want to have kids. They want to take their kids to soccer games. They want to get up.
What are you doing up? What are you doing awake? You just stroll right in here. I have my 2-year-old here. Well, he's not quite 2. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Can you take this one too?
Okay, you go on out. And then you come with me. Come on, we gotta get things out. Let's go. Come on.
And I would also like to ask you some questions regarding motherhood.
Okay.
Later, when
I'm currently.
when you're not encumbered.
We had a disaster now.
So he's gonna be up until like midnight.
No.
11.
But
He seems pretty awake.
he's so awake right now.
Doozy.
Aw. He's sweet. Okay.
Love you.
Do you want me to answer them now?
No, I'll just whenever you. I mean, later. I don't even know right now. Okie dokie.
Up in the morning and cook breakfast for their children. Oh, well, if I had that kind of money, I'd be on vacation. I wouldn't get pregnant. That's so stupid. Do you realize that some people want
Is it FOMO's birthday? Is she here? Happy birthday, FOMO.
to have their babies and then like take their babies around the world?
So no matter what you want, I'ma be honest with y'all, you're gonna be judged. You'll be judged for laying down and having the children. Even if, when they're in those terrible twos and you get overwhelmed, you'll be judged for loving your kids, but hating being a mother and having to take on the responsibility of them.
The moms who say they love their kid but they hate motherhood. How didn't you know what you were signing up for?
You'll be judged for wanting multiple kids, but not being able to give all of those kids the perfect life.
As 5 things I do for my kids as a broke parent. You take money from the government? Is that it? Is that the 5 things?
You'll even be judged for wanting help.
If you don't know the possibilities of your chance, the possibility and risk of your kids.
How many of these people are there? There's like a lot of these people.
Having Down syndrome.
This might be an issue, right? All of these single moms, right, out there raising these fucking criminals. They're going to be criminals. There's like a 90% chance they're going to be criminals. Right? I like it's the chance is just way too high. This is a problem. Is there a way we could discourage this?
Autism, being on the spectrum, cerebral palsy, all the above. Do not have kids. And then
Dan Snot says, make your kids wash cars and mow lawns. You don't have kids, Dan. But yeah, my kids have, well, my 5-year-old has chores, but like my 2-year-old doesn't. He could barely, he doesn't speak English. He understands a little bit of English. But, you can't really tell him what to do. He'll just say, no.
top of that, me not having him.
Say like that, no. Like, come on, man.
Nobody having no support system. Nobody. He's with me 24/7.
If you have kids, nobody's obligated to help.
Big B Trucker says, I was out on my own at 16, sink or swim. Yeah. Not my fucking kids. No, thank you. Because then, here's the thing. I don't want my kids to swim. I mean, to sink, right? I want them to be able to, like, they need to have a stable enough environment to, like, launch off. And if they never want to leave, that's fine with me, too. If they want to have, like, families and shit here, I'll build a fucking little house over there. Or over there. There's land here, all right? It'll be fine. And then, okay, there you go. You live there. You live over there. You're good. Do whatever you want. Honestly, do whatever you want. I don't think he's going to end up doing a bunch of drugs or anything like that. They'll figure it out eventually. They will. And you might hear about like Rob Reiner's kid or kids like that. Yeah, that's a thing. But really, that's Rob Reiner's fault. You think Rob Reiner was a good dad? I mean, let's be honest. A lot of boomers were not good parents. Boomers learned how to be parents from shit like movies. Like their parents were like in World War II and stuff. And they came back all shell-shocked and alcoholics and stuff. And so the boomers, you know, they had their televisions and they had their movies and stuff. And that's where they learned to be parents, right? They mimicked that. And that's not how you learn to be a fucking parent. That's not at all how you do it. That is not, and obviously we're here now, right? And like, we're trying to figure it out. And I have to tell you, they made it look a lot harder than it actually is. It's not that difficult. It's a little annoying sometimes. It's not that difficult. They made it out to be like you were going to war. You're not. It's not. No, you hang out with fucking kids all day. You play games and shit like that. If they do something that you don't approve of, you be like, hey, don't do that. That's fucking weird. Or like, that was not cool. Why did you do it? It's not that difficult. It really does come pretty naturally. You just can't like, first of all, do it like they did it. Because, again, most boomers were filled with like lead. Because they had lead in the gasoline. And it was in the air. And so they all inhaled it and went straight to their fucking brain. And then they watched the movies, which are made by people that don't want you to be a good parent, that don't want you to have a lot of kids, or even be on this planet. And they're all like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. See, there's problems here. There's issues. Of course it's not going to be good parenting. It's going to be all fucked up. And we're all fucked up. The millennials, and a lot of you are Gen Xers and stuff like that, but I assume a lot of you can somewhat. The younger Gen Xers could probably relate. We're also fucked up. We got all fucked up by a bunch of weird shit, like vaccines and shit, like being injected in it. We all have like some sort of, half of us are on SSRIs, for God's sakes. We're all depressed and anxious and shit like that. We don't think there's going to be a future. We have our own issues to deal with. But being a parent is not that difficult. It's not that hard.
You. The only person who's obligated to help you is you and that person you had the kid with. Your family, friends, etc., they're not obligated to help you. They don't have to. So for those people who always come on social media complaining about how I don't have a village, my families and friends.
There's a good channel explaining how Gen Xers are fucked up more than any other generation, but we don't really care. Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. I think the Gen Xers just kind of had... Here's the thing about the Gen Xers. They're boomers. They're boomer light. It's like diet boomer. Okay? They still hold a lot of the like perceptions of boomers and stuff like that. They're like keeping up with the Joneses and stuff. But like they're also in this weird territory where like, what does all mean? This weird existential crisis that they're all going through, right? A la Office Space and shit. And like The Matrix. These are the movies that like Fight Club and stuff. These are the movies that like shaped their ideals of the world and their own existence and stuff. Great movies, don't get me wrong. Great movies. But they're like, oh, it sucks having this well-paying job. And like, what's it all mean, man? I'm just here, just plugging away. And I could feed myself and afford a decent house and stuff like that. I'm just, the Generation X kind of, like, what's the issue? What is the real problem? What was the issue? What was the issue? I I'm sorry you have to go to a fucking boring office job, but at least you have like good benefits and it's stable. You're not getting replaced by AI. Yeah, I mean, you got a job in the first place, right? Congratulations on that. I mean, by now, a lot of them are grandparents too. Which is crazy, right? I just don't see like the big issue with Generation X. It seems like they had life on normal mode. Boomers definitely had life on easy mode. It would be difficult to find somebody that didn't agree with that, unless they're a boomer. But you don't listen to those people. Because again, lead in the brain. But Generation X, it just seems like you had a general malaise about society. Maybe you saw the future and how it was kind of like, well, it's kind of graying out there. It's kind of getting shitty. But oh well, at least I'm kind of comfortable. It just didn't seem that bad in comparison, right? And then we have Gen Z coming along, and they're fucked. The only way they can actually support themselves is showing their butthole online or marrying a fucking boomer. That sucks.
They don't help me out with my kid. They're not obligated to help you. They're not. You chose to have that baby, or you had that baby, so it is up to you to make sure that baby's well taken care of.
Generation after generation, women are told that motherhood is natural. It's not easy, but it's rewarding, and it'll make you whole, and it'll make you...
I'm going to get a little flack for this. Women always say that being a mother is the hardest thing in the world. No, it's not. You know what's the hardest thing in the world? Fucking going and fighting in the trenches of World War I. Going and being, a saturation diver at the bottom of an oil rig, 1,000 feet down, as your bones get like compressed with nitrogen and shit like that. And it's actively shortening your life. And at any moment, 1,000 tons of seawater can come bursting through those doors. Or any of those jobs. Fucking being on a submarine. Just living day after day. Any of those jobs are much, much harder than like, oh my God, today I have to do the laundry. Oh my God, breakfast. Oh, I'm going to have to play Finding Nemo for the 1,000th time. No. Oh, I'm going to have a play date and I'm going to talk to another mother about some discharge. It doesn't seem that hard. It doesn't seem that hard. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I respect that you are contributing to society, right? In the best way that you can, which is not being a CEO boss bitch, all right? That is not the best way you can contribute to society. You having children, that's how you contribute. But it's not that hard, right? You lay on your back for 20 minutes, and then you get to fucking be a babysitter for 20 years. Stop congratulating yourself. Stop it.
You internally happy, but the minute a mom feels anything other than pure happiness, suddenly she's to blame.
The expectation is that...
Oh, yeah, okay. Never blame the woman for anything. Ever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, you can't blame women. They're completely innocent. Always. She seems like a nightmare.
Women will be very happy to dedicate their entire selves to their children. Being a woman is considered to be inherently natural. It's not.
He says yes, and we have too many damn neurotic women now because they don't have kids/families. The proof is in the pudding, as we used to say. Well, yeah, he's right. Women have gone insane. There is something like that drives women who don't have kids go insane, right? They do. They go insane. You see the trope of the cat lady, right? And you may think they're going insane because of toxoplasmosis exposure or something, but I think it's probably deeper than that. Trust me, that is a factor, but it's got to be more than that, right? Honey, babe, Are you busy? Fighting for your life.
No, not really. But what's up?
I forgot the question I was going to ask you. Why is it terrible being a mother?
It's not.
Okay. Okay, that's
wonderful.
Okay. So why?
Like, what are downsides to it?
No, I mean, like, wow, we're watching women that say it's terrible being a mother. They hate being moms and stuff like that. They hate their little black kids.
I'd hate them too.
Well, they are wild. Little Javante set my car on fire. Like, relax, relax. It's an Altima. It's
not something that any woman should resist. It's part of women's destiny. And when they become mothers, they should happily put the needs and the requirements of their child before themselves, and they should do that without any form of frustration or perhaps upset or perhaps financial hardship or emotional hardship or any sense of resentment about the amount of labour that they are expected to do.
The truth is, motherhood and having kids looks different for everyone. So whether you choose peace or you find peace and
yeah, the English one, she seemed like a bitch. Dude, there's tons of bitches in this.
No, what she does with her mouth when she talks.
Well, she's ugly. That's also her fault. I would also slap her.
Yeah.
With my fist. Give you a slap with a fist.
I thought those were for me.
Yeah. Only when you step out of line. Or I'm bored. It's always an Ultima, says Freeside. Just says, but I will watch Kung Fu movies too.
Yeah.
Like Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah. That's the one Kung Fu movie that comes to mind.
You name another Kung Fu movie.
Ip Man.
That's not bad. It's not a bad one. Ip Man? Okay.
having children, you're allowed to build the life that works for you, but also for that child. Let's not forget that. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed.
I would have also accepted Ong Bak.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype, whatever classy people like you do before heading to the next video. And I
Okay. So that's the video I wanted to watch. What else are we gonna do? Child free shaming? Sure. Stick on task. We're gonna stay on task.
Usher Vance is pregnant, Caroline Levitt is pregnant, and somehow Stephen Miller's wife is also pregnant. You should be a good woman like them, like the fertilization
Oh my God, this one. Oh, I hate this girl. But we're gonna watch it. But I hate this girl.
I'll be known as the fertilization president, and that's okay. That's not bad.
I'm sorry.
It's not good branding at all. But like, based, but also, I mean, there's jokes in there, right? I think Bill Clinton probably would have been better with that name, but yeah, okay.
And he's also said this.
They called me daddy, right? Last time. Very smart man said he's our daddy.
I think everyone's ovaries just shriveled up right there, didn't they?
I mean, literally, we live in a society where women...
I think this chick has a kid, too. I think she's got a kid. She's a nightmare woman, though. I don't know. She's probably not that bad. I just don't like her.
Can just procreate if they feel like it, and men cannot. So
Hot
there's
Dog says women are breeders, not leaders. Well, they can't lead because they can't organize, right? Amongst each other. And like, have you ever seen a group of women like get together and like they fight for leadership and they're constantly infighting. They fight all the time. They fight. Even the best of friends fight. Like, it's amazing how many like little tiffs and cliques go on amongst women, even when they're like adults, right? They're like, oh, this is my best friend. This is my best. And then like 2 weeks later, they hate each other. They hate each other. And then it's like, this is my best. Oh, but now they're the best friends and they don't like me. And now I'm going to burn their houses down. It's weird, man.
The fundamental power balance there.
Won't you selfish women start thinking of the incels who
Women
can't
hate each other so much. They just. But here's another thing. They hate each other, but there is a very strong in-group preference for women. They will back each other up till the death, right? If they're like, in hiring, and this is crazy because they're all in HR departments and shit like that. They will pick a female candidate over a male candidate, even though the male candidate is far more qualified and will do a better job invariably. They will always pick the female candidate because she is a female and they are a female, right? There is a very strong in-group preference to that. And then they're going to end up hating that one. They're going to end up hating that girl. And they wouldn't end up hating the guy, but they had to do it because something in their head requires them to do that. I don't get it, but it is a thing. It's a very strong factor.
pass on their genes because they're socially awkward.
So I think what we're starting to
gynocentric nepotism. I that's what I'm going to call it.
See is actually like a mass extinction.
Gyno-nepotism. I'll shorten it for you.
An event. We are seeing natural selection for a group of men who have no options.
You're causing a mass extinction.
This like existential.
Never had many women friends. It's not that I haven't had women friends. It's just, well, like, what do you consider a friend? I mean, like, I've been perfectly pleasant with women. It's not, I don't like having friends.
Panic, angst, even aggression, entitlement.
See, I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad friend, right? I'm not like hitting people up. No, I'm not doing that. I'm perfectly pleasant. You can get along with me. I'll go out there. I'll blend into a crowd. I'll have conversations with people, and yeah. But it's just like I have my family. My family is my social circle. Beyond that, I'm not really interested in the rest of humanity. I'm not. I have people around who I would call friends. Well, we're not going to go hang out. I'm good. Good.
Because if these men do not behave in this way, they're literally going to die out.
Most women I was friendly with have been tomboys or lesbians. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not even like that. I mean, like, I've been friendly with plenty of women. It's just, and they weren't like lesbians or anything like that. It's just, I'm not gonna call you to hang out. I'm not gonna call my bitch up and be like, yo, let's hang, bitch. I'm not doing that. Fuck no. Absolutely not. I don't want to hear you complain about some other women. No.
Be so for real.
No.
Women are the problem because, like, they have standards. How dare they? And then they go on to talk about how you work.
Okay, well, women's standards are a little bit high. For their own good. They're too high for their... Look, you always see, like, some fucking 4'2" ham beast roll into their club and be like, you gotta be 6'5", chiseled ab, and make $1 million a year, or you can't have none of this. Can't have none of the... Bitch, you already have 3 kids. I can't even guess the races. And you're like, so you are settling. Don't be real, you are settling. A lot. A lot. Just when you have a little bit too much Sambuca or whatever fucking bullshit you drink. And then you just... Oh, but that's not your fault. It's either like, oh, how could I know he was a bad guy, or you got raped, right? Okay, right, okay. Right.
Work on yourself and then you still...
You're so hot. Some guy's going to throw his life away to have sex with you. Right.
don't even get a girl without realizing that, oh my goodness, relationships are built on mutual attraction and interest. Maybe view them as a person as opposed to a thing that you're owed. Shut up, just shut up, shut up. Why were these men ever given microphones? Seriously. By the way, Kat Black has done an amazing video reacting to this podcast, which I'll have linked for you down below. But do you feel it in the air, in the legislation perhaps? That push on...
You got too much sparkle makeup. You wearing too much makeup in general. But I'm not here to comment on that. I'm here to comment on your stupid opinions.
Your back, angling to steer you into the kitchen and put the apron on. That loud hum as birth control has
Renee says the last girl I was friends with would come talk shit to me about all her other friends. Obviously, she was doing the same with me, with them. LOL, girls suck. That is absolutely the facts. 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 Sometimes they just need to have a friend so they can talk about their other friends who they also dislike, right? This is just what they do. They spread shit and they gossip and they're just like, oh, you want to know what this bitch did? And you know what? Here is a straight up confession from me. I like the tea. I will sip on the tea. All right? Just has one of her bitches over and they start fucking yammering on and I'm like, oh, what'd she say? No. Go on. I'll fucking pretend to be cleaning a plate in the kitchen or something like that. Oh. I won't even do that. I'll be like, I'm in on this now. Tell me. You tell me. I want to hear all about it. Come on. Sing. And they will. Oh, they will. Oh, they love it. They'll love it. And I do too. I'll be like, that's interesting. Interesting. I had the same idea. I knew that one. I knew she was a bad egg.
And fear-mongered by right-wing influencers. Beneath the veneer of bare feet...
I'll bitch out with the best of them.
sourdough and happy children. You are a ticking clock after all. Never mind the fact that men's fertility also goes down, as does their sperm quality. No. We don't worry about them. This is...
I know John is my friend because he talks shit directly to me. Best friends. Yeah. Right.
About you and how you are the problem. Erica Kirk has warned you all about the pitfalls of trying to be the girl boss, and that's why she's a stay-at-home CEO now.
A huge mistake of putting career...
Yeah, that's why I talk shit about Dan.
over family and career over husband. Because it's easy to do when, as a female, when you see bright lights, big city, especially if you're a young woman, don't put it off. You can always have a career. You can always,
Yeah, fucking Dan here's my bottom bitch, dude. That's right. I call him up. I'm like, Dan, did you hear that Knobs dog is fucking, he wants my junk, dude. And he's like, yeah, I was there. I'd be like, I know. Oh my God.
Go back to work.
And if me and Dan have a problem, we'll go to the parking lot and beat each other's ass. Right? Motherfucker. And after that, we're going to be cool. And talk shit about Knob.
You can never just...
Knob, I will talk shit behind his back. I don't like that guy.
Go back to having children.
Times are running out.
Is he even here? No? Good. Fuck Knobs, dog.
TikTok.
Yes. There has been a really big shift in open judgment and harassment towards child-free women in particular.
No, you call me up to praise Knobs. Yeah, I call up Dan. I'm like, Dan. Yeah, Knobs, he tries.
Tell me, why don't you want to have kids? Because
he's giving it his all, and you can tell he doesn't have much. I mean, he says he's got this family and stuff like that. And did you hear he was on Discord on my show one time, and he sounded like he was fucking gay, dude. He sounded like a gay homosexual man that wanted to please my ass. Yeah.
I don't want to. If only it was that simple. I wish that
But he tries. God bless him, you know.
I could end the video like that. Because when you say no, the pile-on starts to happen. You will when you get older. You'll regret that decision.
They're so cute when they're little and then they grow up to be real little bleeders.
Don't be so selfish. Well, who's gonna look after you when you're old? But you'd be such a good mum.
He's a baby, not Who's gonna look after you when you're old? That's such a weird... I don't plan on getting old.
Mom. You just don't know
I have a wife that will outlive me for sure, so it's like that's not an issue for me.
true love until you've had children. Well, what's your purpose in life then? But children are a blessing. You don't know what you're missing out on. Well, no man will want you if you don't want to have children.
I have like a muscle knot. I'm sorry. I have to like stretch. There's like a, I think it.
You'll change your mind once you have them. What if none of that is true though, and you end up as a regretful, resentful parent? Kids aren't something that you can return like a pair of ill-fitting jeans. Why is I don't want to not a good...
Just says, actually, Knob sounded cool and you hated it, you stinker. He did not sound cool, dude. My wife even talked to me about that later. She was all like, I don't think I trust Knobs. I was like... After I was done laughing.
Good enough answer. It is if you don't want to order dessert. It is if you don't want to watch a TV show. And those
I
things
was like,
don't
trust me, he's just he's a harmless eunuch.
come with a life sentence
It sounds like he doesn't have no balls.
and hundreds of thousands of dollars attached to them. It's almost like having children is one of those things in life where your needs and wants don't matter. Your consent doesn't matter because you come with the equipment, therefore it is your duty to provide. Aromantic doesn't matter. Asexual.
And you know what? I hope Knobs is here, right? Because I wouldn't want him to be hurt by me talking shit about him behind his back. He's not. No wonder I'm enjoying this show.
You'll get over it. Oh, you're LG or B. Pfft, we don't
fucking rude interrupting bastard isn't here being
have time for any of that nonsense. We only allow heteronormativity and procreation going forward.
I know he's going to watch this show. I know he is. Good.
I have spoken about this issue years ago, but this has gone beyond Jordan Peterson.
Thank you, Surfing. Nice shades. I was thinking about buying some new ones, but I like these. I like these shades.
Someone to be a mother for your children, assuming you want children. And if you don't want children, well, you probably will. And if you don't, you're either deluded or immature.
And I've really noticed in particular this pressure and judgment coming from
Look at all the shit on her face. It's like a mask. Yeah. So women do this because they don't look good normally. If you're confused about makeup, they use it because they wake up and they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, oh my God. Yeah. This is ridiculous, dude. It makes you look like a trans, dude. Makes you look trans. You got a wiener under that dress?
women towards other women, and sweethearts, we need
I'm
to
not incognito. I think I'm gonna start wearing the shades now. I think I like the shades because I don't know, maybe it's some sort of psychological thing. I feel more comfortable with the shades on. I don't know. I don't really have to explain it to you guys.
have a chat. And we're being told
There's
by
really no reason I
politicians
had to
that it's
explain
our job, our duty, in fact, especially for white women, to procreate. Because you are going to find a very nasty underbelly of racism here. And the thing is, even if you have had a child, you're not done yet, like Emily says.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What? You're in New Zealand, okay? You are in New Zealand, which is 98% white. I hate it when people in like Vermont go around calling people racist and shit like that when they're from Vermont. If they see a black person, they fucking like roll down the window and then they're like, "Oh, look there's one right there. Oh my God, keep your distance." Yeah. Like, you have no idea. Yes, It seems racist to you. You have never had any experience with anybody besides white people. Of course it seems racist to you. You only see movies and you're all like, yeah, that's how I should not act. If I ever see a real black person, I'm going to shake his hand and treat him like a man. Like a normal... But, like, go ahead and go down to fucking Belize City or something like that and hang out for a few years. And then come back and being like, I want America to be just like this place. I bet you won't. I bet you're going to change quite a bit. I bet you're going to be like, well, I like Vermont because there is none of those people here. Oh, trust me. Trust me. You will. You will change. Oh, it's just you haven't traveled enough. You haven't seen enough of the world to be like, yo, racism has its merits, okay? There's a good reason that people are racist. Like, when you do that, when you travel enough, and I have been all over the world. When you travel enough, you're going to be like, okay, there's a reason America is good. Let's keep it that way.
Here. I just need child-free people to understand
go ahead and keep it that way.
That people with children also get asked, when are you going to have a baby? But they ask it immediately after you've just had a baby. So basically, we're all in hell, and the cycle never ends.
Vermont is Wookiee Central. What do you mean by Wookiee? Like the Star Wars Wookiee? How convenient.
Oh, calm down, Kylo. Feel better yet? But Bryony.
42% non-white in New Zealand. What kind of non-white? What kind of non-white?
Don't you know that less white babies
What kind of non-white? Answer me.
are being born? The great replacement theory is real. I have spoken about this briefly in this video here because it was reported that there are less white babies being born in the US, but it's also just happened here in Auckland and Aotearoa. For the first time, Asian babies are the largest ethnic group among newborns in—
Oh no! Asians? Oh no. That's so terrible. Oh, people who actually know how to build societies. Oh, people who obey laws and shit. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Oh. Asians. That's off-white at best.
in the city. And the thing is that this
off-white at best. Like, come on. Be real. Be very serious. Be very, very serious. Obviously, I'm not talking about the Japanese or the Koreans or even, God forbid, the Chinese. No, I am not talking to... Shut the fuck up.
Piece from the spin-off is actually a really insightful read written by a migrant themselves.
Maori, Asian, and Pacific people. Yeah, exactly.
And addressing like the racism issues which are very rampant here. However, people saw the headline and were immediately—
Indians are technically Asians. However, Indians are not. Let's just call them Indians, right? They're not, you know. Egyptians and people from the Congo are both Africans. But once you go below the Sahara, things get different. You know what I mean? There's a reason God put the Himalayas right where they are.
Immediately like, see, white women, you're so selfish, you're terrible, you're bad women, you're letting us all down because they are replacing us. We need to talk about the social phenomenon which I've been noticing, along with—
like, people are racist. Okay. Asians are not the problem. Asians are absolutely not the problem. And again, Indians are Indians. But Asians are not the problem. But Indians are Indians. Indians can absolutely be a problem. Asians in general, not really a problem.
the policies which are meant to encourage women to be having children. You ever notice how all those happy family, wholesome suburbia pictures from the 50s or 60s are cartoons and not real photos? Or staged TV shows?
Dan Stott says, but the math doesn't add up. Wikipedia says Europeans 67.8, Maori 17.8, Asian 17.3, Pacific people at 8.9, which equals 111%. Probably because a lot of those Europeans probably claim some sort of Maori ancestry, but it's like way back. It's like, if any at all. You know, like how Elizabeth Warren says she's like Navajo or something like that, but she's really not. It's probably something like that. And then they just count it up. So it's probably closer to 90%. Well, say 85% white, and then maybe 5% Maori, and then the rest are Asians. Which would probably be, that still seems pretty peaceful, you know. That doesn't seem that bad. I don't know how the Maoris are. Are they bad? I obviously don't know.
I wonder why they had to make their propaganda out of fake things just like they have to today. You'll notice that they're literally using the exact same
My side says I'm 1/8 Native American. See, yeah, that doesn't mean shit. That means nothing. It really, I mean, most Americans say they're like, yeah, I'm 1/16 Navajo. So?
techniques today, but using AI instead, because why pay
That is still a white person to me. That is still a white person to me.
artist, am I right? This is what wealth looks like in 2026, with a cartoon of a woman holding a baby, 2 kids running up to the door as the father arrives home from work. As this comment says, oof, that image is doing a lot of propaganda heavy lifting. This isn't wealth, it's vintage patriarchal fantasy from when...
Patriarchal. Whenever they use the word patriarchal, that means they're an idiot. They're mad. They're a mad woman. Normal mad woman.
One income could survive and women had no choice. I dedicated my life to science.
Yeah, of course. Women had a choice. They could have easily not gotten married and been alone their entire lives. And instead she chose to have a permanent vacation and live with her kids that she loves, that love her, and then actually grow a society, which is, again, kind of your job. It was kind of exactly 100% your job. Free side for $2. I'll give you the bell because I'm not making much. Free side fact of the day. My great-grandpa was kicked out of his reservation for acting as a chief for the local circus. Sort of stolen valor type thing. Okay. My grandmother was in an internment camp in California. She was a Japanese... her father was Japanese. And they thought he was a spy. And so their whole family went into the fucking internment camps in California. I don't fucking... It's a thing, right? It doesn't matter. Like, that is so far long ago, it really doesn't matter.
I raised 5 scientists.
$10. He says, bail me.
I'm not saying women can't have careers. I'm saying staying at home with
I'm just saying that shit doesn't matter. Like, that was a long time ago, and you're still like 1/8, man.
Kids isn't lazy. It's one of the most impactful paths a woman can choose. Let's make homemaking great again. A scientist's achievements don't matter if they're a woman, because what they should be doing is raising 5 male scientists, because that's far more important. It's really gross, underhanded stuff like this. I can't stand it. And then there's this classic. Imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that this was oppressive. My patrons are the ones that voted for this video, so don't forget.
So you don't have kids? Is that what she's saying? You don't like kids either?
To thank them down below, and they already have the extended...
This bitch is intolerable. She is intolerable.
An uncensored version of this video.
Trying to pretend that she loves a kid as much as she loves surgery will almost kill her, and it'll almost kill your kid. Do you know what it's like to be raised by someone who didn't want you? I do. To know you stood in the way of your mother's career? I do. I was raised by a Christina. My mother was a Christina. And as the child she didn't want, I am telling you, don't do this to her.
But what if you're not sure? Shouldn't you just have a child to just see if it's right for you? I'm sorry, what if you...
Oh, Could you imagine being married to this chick? Could you, like, look, she got 200K subs, and she probably gets followed by a bunch of other insufferable women. She seems like a nightmare.
I've been smoking to come up with that grand solution. Hot take, but not everybody should be parents. Jennifer Lawrence was recently on the Smartless podcast with Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett. Jason Bateman is a dad, and Jennifer Lawrence is a mother of 2. And throughout the podcast, the
2 kids.
topic of kids comes up quite a bit because obviously they have kids, so they're going to talk about it. And yes, I did listen to the whole thing. Now, Sean is child-free and says...
It's because
He's gay. Isn't he gay? Isn't this guy gay?
I didn't have one, so that's another podcast. But yeah, because I didn't have one, so I think I have a fantasy of
Gay people shouldn't have kids. Gay people should not have kids.
being a dad because of the way I wasn't fathered.
Side note, please don't become a parent.
Farmer Chewy says, yeah, my great-great-grandpa fucked some wagon burners too. It's kind of, I mean, it's, yeah.
In order to heal your trauma, please go to a therapist instead and don't put all of that pressure onto your child. Please and thank you. He then goes on to say,
I always said neither me or Scotty, my husband, is 100% wanting kids. And I was like, if he was 100%, I was
You should not have kids. You're gay. You should not. You should not have kids. You chose to be gay. You should not. You should not have any right to have children.
like, oh my God, I want them so bad.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, great, let's do it.
To fuck it? Is that what you're gonna do? Be real. That's what you're gonna do with it. That's what you're trying to do, right?
But we're both like 85, like, so.
Farrell says, well, Farrell, you just hopped in here. What are we even talking about? Oh, we were talking about motherhood. Some people hate being moms.
No, it's not fair to them.
Did you hear that?
Bunch of other shit. You know how the show goes. You're the producer.
Jennifer says, you made the right call. Surprising. But then Jason cuts in saying,
It's not fair to the kid. Yeah.
I do feel though that during the 9 months it takes to make a baby, it helps. That's a useful time for parents to kind of get their head around becoming parents. So take that for what it's worth.
you can so easily say that as a dad though, right? Dude, no. It should be a conscious choice that you're both aiming towards. It should be something that you've both talked about, how you want to raise them, how many
Is she a mom? Is she a mom?
you want, or all of the other things that go into it, like how are you going to afford them? What kind of schools do you want them to go to? Like everything. There is so much to discuss about it before being like, well, it's happened now.
Oh, okay. Happy Mother's Day to all those women who hate children. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it, right? Because it's Mother's Day, and I was all like, I'll do a Mother's Day episode and see who hates their children. Apparently a lot. There's a lot of black women, right? It was a previous video, but there's a lot of black women who hated their kids, right? They were all single, obviously, because they're black. But they all hated their fucking kids. Well, they loved them, but they hated being moms. How they had to, like, wake up. They like getting fucked. That was it.
Oh, guess we'll just see. I really don't get this cavalier attitude towards bringing life into this world and be like, you don't just accidentally stumble into applying for a job or a mortgage or something, and those don't carry life sentences with them. But Jennifer cuts him off saying,
For what it's worth. That was.
I don't know. Whenever anybody tells me like I'm not sure, I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel it's so weird that people are like, oh, you don't have kids, and then when you have a kid, you're like, what the f?
everyone suddenly turns confused at her, I imagine, but quickly saying,
Right. Well, everybody should have been like, when I said it should have been 1 out of 1,000 people that goes, okay, I think I'm going to do it. And everybody's like, are you sure?
Right.
Like, that's the way it should be.
And that's a good question. Why is it that people are only questioned when they say that they don't want to have kids as opposed to they do want to have kids? It's not like you're unsure if you want to get the brownie or the creme brulee from a restaurant. It's like, oh, which one am I meant to choose? People are over that for ages, but you're not expected to, like, think through things before having children?
I imagine thinking is a lot of hard labor for this chick. I feel like she does a lot of her opinions through emotion. It's real emotional based. There's not like logic or like critical thinking behind it. This is just how she feels. This is how she runs her life. That's how she feels and stuff. And I don't think her husband, I think she's married. I don't think her husband has a lot of say in what she does because it seems like she would marry a cuck. Maybe not a literal cuck, but some guy that just kind of lays down whenever she says she wants something or she's going to do something that's not necessarily a good idea in any capacity. He's just like, spineless is what I'm trying to say. Spineless bitch.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. We never really.
She's not British. She's Kiwi. She's from New Zealand.
Cute baby. Come on. I want a baby to be fun.
It's not like owning a foosball table, Steve. Do you have any idea how much work a baby is?
Yeah, I know. I can't do it.
People warn about getting tattoos because they last a lifetime and they're so painful. I thought that childbirth was painful and that lasts a lifetime as well.
Not really, though. Not really.
The entire child's life. Not to mention hundreds of...
like, after the first 10 years or so, they're basically doing a lot of it themselves.
Thousands of dollars. Yet we're meant to overlook any of...
like, the first 5 years, a lot of it is on you. But after that, you just kind of watch them. You just kind of watch them do what they do, and they're just kind of do it. And you guide them every once in a while. It's really not that hard. Everyone's all like, "Oh, I'm going to be completely busy for the rest of my life." Well, no. Eventually, it's going to be a person as well. And when that's a person as well, you don't have to do things. It'll do it. People get the wrong idea. This is